Hello, hello. Now, you might be thinking, Boots, are you wearing the same shirt that you were wearing yesterday? No, I just haven't slept. So, we're gonna keep going strong here. We're returning back after about another, I don't know, few hours. And, I'll have to get back in here and actually see where I left us off. But I do remember that we killed the Hide Phoenix. I do remember that, in order to get to the Hide Phoenix, we had to beat the Keeper of the Old Gods. Oh, that's right. We went to Eliam Lois, which is that one. And we found, I don't want to say the wrong name, but it's One-Eye, I think it's Janara. One-Eyed Janara. We fought her in Sorig, Nightslayer Sorig's timeline, which also, these guys added voice acting for Nightslayer Sorig, which is awesome. I love that.
Tis good, wasn't it?
And now we, if I remember right, the next thing we were going to do was beat, kill Janara on my own timeline so that we could get to...
Be careful.
I know that we got teleported out of that throne room, but I don't remember where exactly we were heading. What is that? What's that? I don't want to call it a god. I think that Sorig referred to it as a god. Was it Kreml? Was Kreml its name? Whoever it is, there is a big bad that is beneath Eliam Lois, according to Sorig. So, we will see about finding that. How's my hollowing? 29. Could be worse. Right, I was dabbling with using some fire for... Yeah, I think this is what I was heading for, was we were going to use fire. I checked this, it was only like 15%, so we weren't going to do that. Oh, I should read that. I'll read that flavor text here in a second. Baja Blast. They finally started selling Baja Blast, so you don't have to go to Taco Bell to get it. Terrible for you, by the way. Don't drink Mountain Dew. As little offense as possible to Mountain Dew, I just don't want people to die. Alright, so we're resting. Okay. Eliam Lois of the Boreal Valley, an ancient human territory resting at the edge of the kingdom of the gods and the site of a terrible war against chaos demons. Okay. The kingdom's priestesses are the only survivors of the gods' conquest of Eliam Lois. The kingdom's priestesses. Is that these knights that we're seeing? Are these supposed to be priestesses? Janara does not come off to me as a priestess, and I believe that these are actually Outrider Knights. Alright. Oh, I need to... Oops. What the hell? We're kind of warming up a little bit. Okay. Ooh, I got his leggings. I'm not going to grind up their gear specifically, but I am going to try to get through here without using any Estus. I love the Outrider Knight set, even though it looks a little goofy. I think that's probably part of why I like it, is because it looks a little goofy. Now, why did this guy aggro to me that one time? Just didn't make sense. Uh-oh. Even got the third one. Alright. Heading in for Janara. Janara, good. Or Janara One-Eye. Never mind. Not One-Eyed Janara. Oh, that's right. It's got the monk moveset. Oof. They gave her a lot more, like, option moves. I tried to bail. Sit down. Uh-oh. I don't remember this. Oh, right. Ooh. Where is she? Ooh, okay. Uh-oh. Ouch. I don't even have any humanity. Cool. Oops. Shit. Oh well, this isn't good. Shit, I should have gone for another heal. One time I needed to not get roll caught. That's fine. You know what? I don't even need the apothecary's flask. Don't even need it. Really gotta cut that hand wide. Alright. should have invested a little more points in your poise there, my man. Ow. Okay. Good. Now, I'll get my brief little complaint in here, because in Sekiro, where this moveset comes from, you don't have to handle all of those moves the same way you do here. I'm telling you, the difference between just doing a timed parry and having to literally avoid the hitbox, a lot different. It's a lot different. Alright. Nah, she's not bad. It's weak. Come on, man. Okay. Did I whiff that? Is this a wash? I think this is a wash. Okay. Good. All right. Okay, well, you know, eventually she'll run out of new moves, but I guess for the time being, we'll just have to keep enduring each new move as she invents them. Alright. Well, that was unfortunate. How's that hollowing looking? 29. Something doesn't seem quite right about that. Maybe hollowing maxes out at 29. Seems like a weird number, but yeah. Every now and then you just gotta, you know, donate a life to... I don't know. This isn't Miyazaki's fault, but whoever's fault this is, you just have to donate a life to them every now and then. Good God. Alright. Bitch. Lucky. Wow, nice job queuing that R1 up, man. Why did I do this? Where is she? What about some magic resistance? Let's lean a little out of this damage only focus and, well, increased cast speed. Excuse me. Poison max equip, or we're gonna go max HP. I'm not a huge fan of doing it this way. Kinda wish I hadn't, but we'll see what happens. And I had her on the first one. I absolutely had her on the first one. Well, sometimes that's how it goes. Yeah, we'll bring Sorg. I think he'll just make the fight harder, honestly, but we'll see what happens. I used to do a lot of co-op in the Souls games. It was a lot of fun. Like, I was a devout warrior of sunlight. 100%. You don't come in here? Maybe Sorg is actually a pacifist. I'm starting to wonder. He might actually be a pacifist. Yeah, go fight him. Well, this is definitely the last time we're bringing Sorg, because it's the second time he's failed to enter the arena. gambling on that being a stagger. Okay, that's not a stagger either. Alright. You want to do one more? No, still not a stagger. Alright, one more. Still not a stagger. Okay. So, one of the phantoms, it looks like they, stumbled mid-attack, and so it almost looked like they programmed that to use 2 phantoms, and until the first one was finished, the third one wouldn't spawn. So it delayed the whole freaking thing by like a second and a half. Incredible. I see you lifting that sword up. Yeah, I was afraid he would be there. And one of these times he would be. I know I didn't use my bug pellets last time, but it's alright. Like, she's really not that tough, and I know that. I just have to get the damage. Okay, this is bad. You know, I think it's safe to say that nobody likes the ice AoE attacks. Especially if I'm already going to go to the trouble of, like, using bug pellets. Yeah. Alright. Cool leaf. Okay. Alright. Okay, yep, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. He didn't hit me the extra time while I was in the air, just for good measure. Trying to conserve energy. Guess I'm not worth it. Now that I've died trying to get to my humanity, I think it's time to put it on the bar. Alright, bets on whether or not I'm going to get through here without getting dicked. I waited about an extra 2 seconds, so let's see. He's still going. She. Yeah, I knew I wouldn't get one of them. You done? Man, I just cannot seem to read her poise. I don't know if it's, like, different. I don't know if there's some kind of just mystery factor I'm not considering or what it is, but... Let's try this. I don't give a shit about my embers. I'll go buy more if I need to. Or I'll just run out. Whichever. Okay. That is an enormous sword. That is an unnecessarily large sword. Absolutely not. Sword can sit there right in the ground. He is not coming into this arena. Even if I summon him, he's not coming into the arena, apparently. That was a fast one. Come on, man. Yeah, I think that, this is some new, like, infinite voice system that they're testing out. Only thing I can think of. Good whiff. Oh yeah, there you go. Wow, still going. Okay. That was a mistake. Am I dead? Not yet. Alright. I think if I whiff that a couple more times, I'll just win by default. I don't care. Just keep bumping them. Alright, yeah, why not? One more. There we go. Okay, I'll take that. Thankfully, the game realized... Oh, she's the Oracle. That's why he was saying the Oracle was guarding it or something. Thankfully, investing for humanity into one round, it seems, was what I needed to do, so... Is what it is. Okay, cool. So... Alright, I'm glad she's dead. Good boss. Good boss. Gotta go ahead and say, good boss. Very much so. Very good boss. I actually don't have really any complaints about that boss. That was really well done. She was worth 12k, apparently. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go back. They gave me a homeward bone, which is always a good sign that it's intended for you to go back. Okay, we got one more level on the way here. And hopefully my complaining when I'm mid-boss fight is not too detracting from the viewing experience. I feel like it's just part of Souls games. There has not been a single Souls game that I have not gotten frustrated with. And when you're in a stream of consciousness kind of environment, yeah, you're gonna hear some complaints. Okay. Silver and steel halberd wielded by Gennara One-Eye, the Oracle of Ilium Lois. The snake coiled around it allows her to commune with the king while catalyzing lunar magic. Okay, Ranni would be proud. Gennara was the first to take up arms against Irithyll, but when the gods descended upon her home, they welcomed her with open arms. Against Irithyll. But the gods welcomed her. Maybe the gods weren't as attached to Pontiff as it seemed. You know what I heard is that Pontiff Sullivan was actually, at some point, a final boss for Dark Souls 3. Which that's honestly pretty fitting. If you've fought Pontiff Sullivan, you know. Now, of course, what they ended up doing, I think, was much better. I love the Soul of Cinder. I love that you go to Anor Londo. A lot of people think it was just kind of a fan service thing to send you back to Anor Londo, but no, I actually like it a lot. You anything to say?
Forgiveness is not divine.
I don't remember if he said this.
Divinity rests in purifying sin. Forgiveness and mercy are tools to tolerate the dark. Such sickness I cannot abide. I shall not abide.
Okay.
Forgive my manners. I don't receive much company.
Actually, I think he might have said that once already.
Let me see.
So I know I have more than one of these. Wait, do I? I think I may have just seen somewhere where I could buy them, but I might not actually have more than one. Ah, shit, this was... Wait, no, this is what I was using. Yeah, this is what I was using. This would also be interesting if I doubled up on this and used it for, like, the poise kindling. We just do 2 of these. Prevent staggering. See, I really wish I had even begun to think to use this against the pus-ridden beast. Because I do think that the curse attack that kept staggering me, this would have gotten me around it. Adds frost damage to right hand weapon. Okay. And what about that one? So, this is not going to be good for when I'm in Ilium Lois. This is going to be good for when I'm inside of Ilium Lois. I don't have any Murky Moss, and so I don't want to, like, waste it. Why don't we do regen and fire? I have a lot of each of those.
Let this aid.
I always forget to use the lantern. Maybe I won't keep it on here. What would I put up here then? This? Do I not have any humanity? I only have 3. Okay. No more humanity, at least not for this.
Interesting.
Oh wait, no, I already did that. How much is her soul worth? Not a whole lot. Oh, hang on. Gennaro was a disciple of the Ice Witch who subdued a flame of chaos long ago. The oracles of Ilium Lois sacrifice an eye to better serve their purpose, and for this reason Gennaro is called the One-Eyed Witch. Not to mention, I now have her one remaining eye. Allows passage through the misty barrier in the Chapel of Ice. Okay. Like all great priestesses of Ilium Lois, Gennaro replaced one of her eyes with an eye stone that revealed truth. Sort of like the Firekeeper's eyes reveals truth. Now, at the end of her life, her false eye was the only one she had left, proof that her duty was never to end. I see. Well, I see. I don't know that she did. Key to the walls. The Ivory Fortress is protected by Silver Knights, whose captain suffered the corruption of flame. Is that right? The captain of the Silver Knights suffered the corruption of flame. I'm assuming she's not talking about Gwen. That would be a very strange way of describing the Lord of Sunlight. I'll just put this back the way it was. Really not a whole lot else to do at the moment, I don't think. I could infuse one of my, like my Flamberge, actually. I should have infused the Flamberge by now. I would do lightning, but that's faith-based. That's also faith-based. I could just do... I don't have a sharp gem either. Then there's also the fact that I haven't really been using the Flamberge. I've been using the cross spear. Hang on just a second.
You say hi to kitty cat?
Mr. Conrad. Yeah. Hi. What you doing? You okay? You're a good boy. Hi. Okay. Oh, man. All right. So with One-Eye Gennaro down, we'll be heading into Ilium Lois proper. I've also got the first shortcut unlocked in the Cathedral of the Deep. So we have options. As far as my weapons are concerned, I do still want to try switching to these boss weapons at some point. Maybe I could try... Re-kitting a little bit right now. I am using the ring that boosts my dex, aren't I? And if so, that's... Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, so if I can do this without... And I'll have the shield on my back, so... I'm using the mouse. Yeah, 19, 25, 15. So I would need 4 more levels off of what I'm doing right now. What did we decide? It was 27 was the level I needed. So I would have 9 more points to put toward attunement and vigor. Yeah, that might work. That might work. Because I don't really use my second attunement slot right now, even though I want one. I'm just not in a place where I'm not a high enough level, basically. I haven't had enough levels to put into the magic stats, and so I can't, like, effectively use pyromancy. I would like to try the hollow sorceries. Black Orb, I think, is really good. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just Fire Orb, but Black Flame. But even still... Wait, isn't Black Flame the name of the... I know what it is in Elden Ring, but... Thank you. But I think it's also the name of the Dark Flame version of Combustion, which is the, like, where they just, like, explode in your face. The one that asshole Obadiah was doing. Although I guess he was doing all of the Black Flame attacks, wasn't he? Okay. Anything new? Nope. No new ingredients. Don't need to talk about that.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah, your time is obviously very valuable, McCloyf. I can tell. Okay. 19, 25, and 15. Right? 19, 25, which this will actually get me to 19 two-handed. Now we get 9 more levels to put on this. Yeah. Yeah, that seems okay. I know the right one says 155 right now. Why does it say that? Am I not strong enough to use it right now? Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Wait. Oh, is the 14 for my... I think the 14 is for my Flamberge. Yeah, the 14 is to one-hand the Flamberge, yeah. So, this'll stack me for the... whose weapon was it? The Disgraced Knight. That's who it was. An asshole. He was something. The Disgraced Knight was something. I still think he's the hardest one I've fought so far. Like, the Keeper of the Old Gods caught me off guard because his wind attack was one-shotting me, but I think in general, the Disgraced Knight is the one that I had the most trouble with. Give me just another minute here of saying hi to the kitty cat. And then... well, let me make sure that I'm actually set to start... Oh, it was the... I said Flamberge. It was the cross spear. Two-hand, right? Okay. Okay, so I can two-hand this. I'll still have that on my back. It is slow. It does magic damage, though, right? Yeah, actually, it does quite a bit of magic damage. Oof. Actually, just real quick, if you do happen to be watching this for some reason, skip ahead a couple minutes here because I'm gonna go look up real quick how the split damage calculation works in Dark Souls 3. Let me just hit some values here. So 153 is 58, 80 plus 17. It's also going to tell me that attack rating doesn't necessarily imply that I'm going to. Okay. Because, yeah, I think if you just sum those up, you'll get... Yeah, that actually gives you, like, right at 319 if you just sum those values up, and that's not how it works. No, it's not a hidden rounding thing. Come on. Oh. Wait, I thought that... Okay, I had a friend that was really into, like, understanding the engine of Dark Souls 3, and I could have swore that he said that this split damage calculation makes no sense, but when I look at it here, it seems like it just considers each damage source as going against the enemy's defense for that same damage type. So if I do magic damage, that, well, here, I'll have to get the game back up. Like, this actually makes perfect sense to me that this is how it would work. So what I'm reading is this is going to do 211 physical and 107 magic. However, when that gets applied to the enemy, their separate defenses will reduce it. So 50% physical reduction takes it down to like 105, and then 20% magic reduction takes it down to like 80, and then your total damage that you do to them is going to be, you know, like 150, something like that. That makes perfect sense. So either I'm misunderstanding or it makes more sense than I thought. But either way, so if that's how the Serpentine Greatsword is going to work, then we can, well, its damage mostly scales with faith, but we'll give it a shot. But I have to two-hand it is the problem. I would really rather not be forced to two-hand my main weapon. So maybe give it, I don't know, a few more levels, and then we'll come back to it? I don't know. Oh, well, I could level up. Here, I'll just go level up and put my strength back to 14 so I can one-hand the spear. And then I'll just switch between these as I choose, I guess.
There.
Okay.
Let these souls
Yeah, there we go.
Farewell.
Now we got 4K more to spend on whatever. Kitty cat wants to come sit. Alright, as for the 4K souls, let me see if there's anything here I can easily spend them on. No, not that. Yeah, I could just spend it on this. I mean, 12 more of those. Yeah, why not? Money is just money.
You're welcome.
Okay. Swap you for the cross spear. Yeah, and that's much lighter too, for sure. So now I don't need to use this necessarily. I want magic defense for what we're heading into here. I already know that for a fact. Oh, that's crazy. This has better magic defense than the Outrider set. Man, that's actually really surprising. I mean, having frost resistance would be nice, though. Yeah. Yeah, I want the frost resistance. What's the other one? Leggings? Yeah, I've already got them on. Okay, cool. So my total frost resistance is, what, 120? 130? Or, yeah, I also don't know how armor works. I mean, I get it in theory, right? Like, resistance is the size of your bar, and I think armor is... It negates a certain portion of the... It reduces the amount that each hit increases your bar. So you can't bleed as quickly if you have high... Well, it's difficult to find the phrasing. I'm sure sleep deprivation doesn't help. But basically, my understanding is resistance tells you how long the bar is, armor tells you how quickly the bar fills. The higher your armor is, asymptotically slower the bar will fill. I don't think it ever gets to be like 100%. Like you're immune to a status. At least it's not like Frenzy, where it just continues building up for several seconds after you get hit. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Excuse me. Alright. I like using the Sun Princess Ring when I'm just out wandering, because it can... If I just stand there for 2 minutes, I'll get all my health back. Not ideal for recording, though. Let's see if there's anything I want to put away while we're here. Oof. Okay. No. This is for magic. I'll keep this as a magic shield, and then keep this for my buckler parry if I decide I need it. You know, you say protect your vital parts. I can't help but notice it doesn't cover anything but your crotch. I guess that's one of your vital parts. What are you looking at? Okay. Well, I think we know what's next. Not that. Oh, Archthrone of the Old Gods is what that was called. Okay. Interesting, because Gwendolyn is pictured, and I really didn't get any hints of Gwendolyn or any of, like, the Anor Londo pantheon. I didn't see any of them over by the Phoenix Tower, so I'm not really sure what they're getting at there. Okay, so we'll zip past these two kiddos. We'll run all the way up past Virgin One I was. And we'll see where it takes us. Still don't know why those giants attacked me that one time, but I'm not going to wonder too much. Oh, hey. Interesting. Ow. I remember how scary the Pontiff Knights were the first time I went to Irithyll. They're just so intimidating because of how fast they are. But they're really not all that bad. Nah, I can't do that on this weapon. Ow. I knew that was coming. Heal up! Ow. Come on. For some reason, it's really hard for me to get a read on the reach for this weapon. Always has been. Because that spear looks so long, but then, I don't know, it just never seems to go the distance. Well, this definitely reminds me of the other Ilium Lois from Dark Souls 2. Oh, you fucker. Don't throw me off. Thank you. Alright, well. Hi. Pate. Goofy ass helmet.
Hello.
Oh.
Don't mind me. I'm just out here making a living.
Okay.
I'm Saria. You
You've
could
come a long
say
way.
I'm a collector of antiquities. I sell whatever I find out here on the battlefield. Sometimes I even wear the ones that look nice. Are you interested in my inventory?
Sure. Fall from grace from being the forest sage, but hey, to each their own. Is she wearing that one? Is that why she said that she would pick some of them for herself? The Embraced Knight. Oh yes, I am very familiar with this individual. Well, I guess the good news is this would imply to me that, the hell is his name? Lautrec? He's dead.
Come again.
She kind of puts me off. I'm not sure how to feel about her. Oh. Hello. I get the slightest amount of, like, welcome, and so you spawn a bunch of enemies in the room? Come on now. Uh-oh. That's trouble if I've ever heard it. Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, I got the shield out, and I definitely got a parry off, but wasn't a good enough parry. No words. As is tradition, we're going to attempt to run past all of these. It appears it's going to work just fine. Very generous of you, game. I appreciate that. You are not safe, ma'am. One thing I definitely forgot was that I have lightning on this weapon. If I just use the weapon art. I'm actually going to unequip this for as long as I'm using the cross spear. Thought I heard him clopping around over there. I do not want to fight both of them. Yeah, that hurt. Come on, douchebag. That's twice. It's twice that same thing's happened. They're so fast, man. Jeez. Like, I can just start swinging after I'm already committed to my attack. Come on. You know that was horse shit. There we go. Looks like you dropped something. Hello. I once again forgot about my lightning damage. Which I imagine would help a lot with, you know, these low poise enemies. Thought maybe I would poise, or break his poise, but nope. Okay. It's a fog wall, it looks like. Sort of. Oh, that's probably what I needed the key to get through, huh? Giant? Oh boy. But why? What woke him up? Wanted to see if shooting him in his hole there would do any extra damage, but it actually doesn't look like it does. Oh, hello. Thank fucking God. Alright. Well, that looks like a boss. What's down here? And that's still the only one that's alive. The other one is still not. I would imagine even if I shoot him, right? I don't know what activates this one. Something is doing it, clearly. Since I've got this bonfire right here, I am actually going to try fighting him. How much is he worth? Worth about 1,300, it looks like. No mimic. Ooh, there you go. That's what you need. Forget about the frost armor. Hey. Hey. Why are you dead? What? Oh. Sorg. Yeah, we'll do that. Tell you what, why don't we summon in for Sorg at the start of the next one here. I'm still up. I'm not going anywhere. I just saw that said 24 hours on it, so we're definitely making progress. Like I said, I'm leaving the game up a lot. I haven't been playing without recording, so... yeah. So, good stuff. Got through, Gennaro One Eye and hung out with the cat for a while. Looks like we're gonna be helping Sorg with something starting next time. I'm guessing it's the next boss. Maybe it's Kreml. That'd be cool. I think his name was Kreml. Still haven't seen anyone else say it. Yeah. So I'll swing back by here shortly to keep us going. But that'll be it for this one. Alright, see y'all.